Here's something you might want to watch out for when you're visiting a supermarket and their petrol forecourt on the same day, but at different times. Because somebody in the news not too long ago visited Asda, the store, and then later in the day visited Asda's petrol forecourt. Now, their number plate recognition systems took both the entry point of the original visit and the exit point of the second visit and took them to be some 6 hours apart, and thus issued them a parking charge notice for being there longer than their maximum stay. Now, of course, this is easily explainable when you have all the details, but if you don't have all the details, obviously it's less easy to explain. But if you do have the details and you can explain that you were there on 2 separate occasions, then clearly they should be cancelling the parking charge notice. However, on the face of it, if they just produce the evidence of when you enter and when you leave, and there's a gap in the evidence of what they provide you, but you can't explain the gap in the middle, you might be in trouble. Because if a case gets to court, a judge is going to decide this based on the evidence put before the court. So unless you can show that you were there at 2 different times of the day for different purposes on 2 distinct different visits, then you might have a bit of a problem. So whilst I say in most of my videos evidence is everything, this just again goes to show you have to be a little bit pedantic about keeping documents and records as to where you are and where you've been and how long you've been there for, etc. One way that I do this, which many people would think of as an invasion of your privacy, is to have Google Maps track my location and my journey time so that it keeps a running record via GPS as to where I am and for how long. Interesting story as a sideline, Google did this once for me when I spent over 7 hours on trains going to and from court to spend no more than 5 minutes in court. So I was leaving home on foot to the train station, I got to the train station, got to the new destination, walked from there to the court, inside court, wasn't waiting very long, in court for literally 5 minutes, back out, quick chat with the client, back on foot that I went, back to the train station, back on the train, and the whole journey was over 7 hours. But Google thought that it was one long round trip because I wasn't in one place long enough for Google Maps to think that I'd stopped in any one place. So I hope you found that interesting. Make sure you keep the evidence for everywhere you visit. You never know when you're going to need it. And as always, thank you for watching.